their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Ajayi, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd down following the run.
Wake up. Wake up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He finds an opening past the 40. Derrick Henry all alone. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Demontre Moore able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They fake the give. Newton. And the pressure gets to him again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Newton. And some room to roam now. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Jones on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Steelers. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And ready now for 2nd and 9. And they're going to go soft on the corners. On play action, it's Dobbs. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They go play action here on first down. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Tyson Alualu in there to get him for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They run again with Ajayi. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So 2nd and 8 here after the penalty. They'll try the air now with Newton. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, here's Newton. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Dobbs now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. And now here come the Ravens. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Off play action. Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
From the gun on third down, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Let it well, and it's picked. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now Gordon on first down. They'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And the Ravens taking the field. They'll start out on the ground with a Ajayi. And he's got room. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Remain here in the 1st half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And in this weather, I know you weren't a quarterback. You were on the defensive side of things. But how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things. And each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends on whether they wear a glove, not wear a glove. How cold is it? You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love snow. Players, not so much at times.
On second down. Here's Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. After the penalty, it's Henry. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, it's Charles again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Play action. It's Newton. Finding Gabriel complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play on 3rd for the Ravens. 44 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Let's get that. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Noah spins in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Off the play fake. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Fresh set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Let's go.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Dobbs is throwing. Looking sideline, incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Dobbs to throw. Flush to his right. He's got a man, complete. A big gain of 31 on third down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen.
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. That's the rookie from Ohio State, Malik Hooker, with the INT. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go. Ryan 38. Ohio. Let's go.
A first down carry for Henry. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Vic Beasley in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, Dobbs. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12. Dobbs. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Jamal Charles, nobody in front. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jamal Charles, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Let's round. Let's go. Let's round. One, slam.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, he trucked him. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Here we go. Ohio. Ohio. Let's round. Let's round. Ohio. Ohio. Ohio.
They'll try to run for it with Henry. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing here, Dobbs. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. On 1st and 10, Newton drops it off to Ajayi. Now he'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Following the penalty, here's Charles. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself time.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. This is a jive. And now running right through it. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, look at this play call. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Tyson Alualu in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Let's go. 1, 9.
To throw is Dobbs. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And his throw is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to the air, Newton on second down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they can't bring him down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Newton. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again is Newton. Throw left side, completes a cup. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On first down, it's Newton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Newton now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Come on, let's go!
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go!
On first and 10, Dobbs. Flushed out right. Looking downfield for Joe. And it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Steelers, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm